What is bad debt and good debt? Bad debt is that will put you in jeopardy. Good debt is that will take you out of jeopardy. What that means is one is costing you, one is producing income for you. If it is a good debt, and those three examples were there for good debt, I'm not talking about bad debt at all. Bad debt is a no-no. Bad debt means you're putting yourself in, you're making the bank rich, you're making the lender rich, but you're getting poorer and poorer and poorer.
Macy's, though, these cards are dangerous because in order to save some money, you do that and you forget to make that payment, and all of a sudden they're now charging you 21%, and that clearly becomes a bad debt. So compartmentally, make sure your hires are paid for first, and then your lower one. But if you ever need help or you ever want advice from someone, you can always call us, and we can get you to professionals. But all that said, please talk to us before you go down that downward spiral, and we'll be happy to help you. We're here for you no matter where you are in the country, not necessarily if it can help us.
Namaskar and welcome to Real Estate on Track on ITV Gold, airing every Friday at 8 p.m. with a Sunday repeat at 8 p.m. And for any real estate questions, you can always reach out to them. Their number is 732-494-2211, and I can see Alka smiling. What about you, Sanjeev ji?
Excuse me? I'm smiling too.
All right, now I see the smile.
I know, good.
How are you guys?
We're fantastic. How are you?
Thank you.
I'm doing wonderful. And you know, every week I look forward talking to you, look forward getting tips from you, and look forward smiling with both of you.
Oh,
And
thank
same
you. Same
here.
here. Same here.
It's pleasure that you host us. We enjoy it. Absolutely. Truly.
Thank you. Thank you. So last week we have been, we were talking about good debt, bad debt, and a lot of other things too. And this week, tell me, after we talked about that, I was just thinking, if somebody has like really a lot of bad debt, what can they do?
So first we have to identify again, if you didn't see the show last week, what is bad debt and good debt? Bad debt is that will put you in jeopardy. Good debt is that will take you out of jeopardy. What that means is one is costing you, one is producing income for you. Is it bad debt if you had to borrow on your credit card to do something that gives you a better result? And the answer is no.
Like an investment property.
Like an investment property.
Yes.
However, if your investment property is giving you 6% return and your credit card is 18% charge on it, interest rate, that's a horrible debt. You don't do that. You never do that. So buying an investment property, you needed $10,000 and you can pay that at the end of the statement, then it's good debt.
That's right.
But it's a horrible credit card debt if it is taken and not paid for long term, because that is 18 to 25% interest rate.
That's right.
And what is your investment property getting you? 5%, 6%, 7%, 10% return on your money. So that actually leads into your question. Now you've taken a debt. You took a debt on a property, like you said, Alka. And all of a sudden now you cannot pay that debt. That debt is now, let's say for a moment, at 21%. And you have a car loan, you took out the loan for the car from wherever, whether it's your home equity or whatever, and that interest rate is at 8%. And then you have a college student loan. That interest rate is at 6%. So I'm making up these numbers, 21%, 8%,
and 6%.
and 6%. So how do you get out of it? Which one do you pay first?
21%.
21%. Why?
Because that's the highest.
That's the highest thing. So what you do is, in that case, you pay the minimum on the student loan that you have to pay, don't pay more. Pay the minimum on the equity loan, don't pay more. But on the credit card loan, try to pay everything or as much as you can. So how do you get out of debt? How do you get out of something is by not getting into to begin with.
Right.
So don't get into debt, and then you will not be out. Then you will be out of debt. So if it is a good debt, And those three examples were there for good debt. I'm not talking about bad debt at all. Bad debt is a no-no. Bad debt means you're putting yourself in, you're making the bank rich, you're making the lender rich, but you're getting poorer and poorer and poorer.
Right.
So we talk about buying stuff on credit card that you cannot pay at the end of the month.
Right.
That's horrible. Don't do it. That's bad debt. Don't get into it. But you got into bad debt, good debt. Now what do? So pay off your 21% first, pay off your 8% second, and pay off your 6% late. So higher debt should be paid first, lower debt as we go on. However, you must be current on all of them. You cannot say, okay, I'll pay 6% and I won't make my minimum payment on that.
Right.
So you make minimum payments on the low one, make the highest payment you can, but get out of your credit card debt. Critical. Do not tear your cards. Take your cards and tear them apart.
Yeah, especially the store credit cards, the Kohl's, the Macy's. These cards are dangerous because in order to save some money, you do that and you forget to make that payment, and all of a sudden they're now charging you 21%, and that clearly becomes a bad debt, right?
Right. And again, I'm glad you bring that up. The reason people apply for Macy's cards and all these Nordstrom cards and all, they have the special deal going on that if you open this card right now, you can have 10% off your purchase. And you say, I'm saving $100, so let me do it. Sometimes you're saving $10 and you open the credit card. Now there is a credit card on your credit history.
Right, inquiry.
No, not inquiry. You got a credit card.
Yeah.
There's no inquiry anymore.
Right, well, actually a credit, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
So
but inquiry and that, both of it is a debt.
inquiry has already converted into credit card.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, it's already a debt.
So there's a credit card on your thing. Now it's showing that you have multiple credit cards.
Yeah.
That takes down your credit score.
So I have a question. Like, if somebody is like really has a very bad debt, and now what they are trying to do is maybe sell their property. Is it a good idea to sell your property when you have a bad debt?
So it's a very generic question. It depends. Like Alka often says, it depends.
Depends. So many scenarios.
So if you have a property that will take care of all your debt, by all means sell it.
Okay.
But if it's your primary home, where will you go? You have an investment property and has equity in it, and it's giving you 5, 6, 7% a year return on it, and here is your 19%, 21% debt, then absolutely sell the property. But if you have a property and you don't have enough equity in it, then how are you going to do it? So sometimes the better way to do it, even on your credit card that we're talking about. Let's say home equity was available to you was $300,000 on your home, and you've used only $100,000 of it.
Right.
Yeah.
You have $200,000 available to you. Take the home equity out at 8%, pay off your credit card at 21%. Bottom line at the end is, try your best to get rid of the highest thing. Try your best not to even go into that credit card thing. Do not apply for stored credit. Stored credits guaranteed a bad debt, period.
Right.
That means you were buying something that you couldn't afford. And it messes you up because your thing is building up as bad credit score. When your credit score goes bad, your cost of leasing
Everything.
becomes higher.
Yes.
Your cost of mortgage becomes higher when you go to get a mortgage. Number one thing that we can talk about here in the reference is, do not let your credit score go bad. Make your payments. You brought up something, Alka, very good that I forgot to mention. If you forget to make a payment on your credit card, there's a late penalty instantly,
Right.
and your credit gets messed up,
Yes.
and they will change your interest rate to a higher rate.
Yes.
They'll pull that special that they gave you away.
Yeah.
So be very careful with your money.
Yeah.
Be very careful with your debt. Don't think, I don't know where my money goes. It amazes me when people say, I don't know where my money goes. Jim Rohn used to make that statement beautifully. He says, how will you manage somebody's money if you don't know where your own money goes?
That's right.
So make sure your money goes. If you're doing your tax returns, make sure you're taking all the allowed tax breaks. If you're not doing that, you're giving Uncle Sam more money than he deserves. Now, But that does not mean you take undeserved tax breaks. You cannot trade tax breaks. You don't want to be in jail for it. Do it right, but do not leave what's available to you.
That's right.
And there are many tax deductions available. Now, although things have changed today because the standard deduction is very high, so a lot of people don't even need other deductions anymore.
Right.
Even your home, for some people, the tax, they can deduct the interest, but its standard deduction is high enough to begin with.
Yeah.
So talk to your CPA, he or she will guide you accordingly.
Yeah. But I think for bad debt, it's important first is to know how much bad debt you have and then put it in compartment, like Bhaiya said, compartmentalize it to say, okay, what is the highest in summary? So compartmentalize, make sure your hires are paid for first and then your lower one. But if you ever need help or you ever want advice from someone, you can always call us and we can get you to professionals who can help you with your credit, who can help you guide you. But please don't get into a place where you have to apply for short sales and have to apply for bankruptcy. Because when we see those type of things, it actually hurts us because it could have been avoided and it wasn't because you didn't use your resource. So we're your resource here for you.
And again, talking about short sales and foreclosures, that comes to the home. Please, we've talked about this in the past. Unless you have reserves for 6 months to a year, please do not overextend yourself. Please do not be in a rat race to pay 50, 100,000 more on a home for the numbers that you don't have. That will be bad debt if you have to borrow on your credit card to buy your home. That's bad debt. Now you're saying, well, I'm buying a home. If you cannot pay that credit card in full, that's bad debt. Don't do it. That means you're about to make an emotional purchase on something you cannot afford. So talk to us. We never want you to be in jeopardy.
Absolutely.
A lot of people will tell you, go take your 401k and do all this and do all. The answer is no. That means you are about to pay penalties on something you're already paying high on your home. And then you're paying 10% penalty to borrow that money from your 401k or your IRA or whatever that is. Don't do that. Now, some 401ks obviously allow you to borrow, but still there are costs involved with it or penalties involved with
Alka,
it.
since you were talking about the bankruptcy, don't you think if somebody has like a really bad debt, isn't it a good idea to declare bankruptcy? And I would say, they can probably restructure all the debt.
It depends. So it depends on what the scenario is. And it's so hard to make a blanket statement like that, right? So it depends on what your circumstances are. Again, if you are heading down that path or if you think you're heading, stop it before it gets bad. And let's see where we can get you out. Rather not see you. It really takes a hit on your credit to do that. And then it'll take you years. It takes you 7 years to get out of it.
It's just not hit on your credit. It's hit on your emotional
thing too. Yeah.
Remember, going into bankruptcy is not easy unless you're made of that you will say, I'll declare bankruptcy. Some people don't care. They are okay with bankruptcy. Bankruptcy is a worst place to be in life. To answer your question, if your home you think the home will go in bankruptcy, start selling it before it gets to you to that point. Start planning. That's where we are here for you. Don't wait till the end, think things will get over. If things get over and things get better, then buy another home. But don't go into something. Now, if you go to an attorney, unfortunately, and if you're an attorney, I'm sorry. Attorneys will tell you only one thing. Go for it.
Yeah.
Because you go to a divorce attorney and rarely will a divorce attorney tell you, hey, hold on, buy me a cup of coffee and let me see if I can put you both together. The both attorneys are telling both clients, do not settle because you will win. And the other attorney is telling the other client, wife or husband, do not settle, you will win. And you know who wins?
Attorneys win.
The attorney wins.
Yeah.
So there's the story of two cats and monkey. Two cats were fighting over a piece of bread. A monkey came along, so why are you fighting? Let me make this bread half and half for you. And he purposely makes one piece bigger. And he says, oh my God, this is bigger. Let me make it equal. And then he takes some portion and eats it. Now this portion becomes small. This is bigger. So he takes little from this. At the end, only this piece of bread is better. He says, oh, that's my fee for doing it. So you're left with nothing at the end. Attorneys are very important and God bless them. But unfortunately, when you see these advertisements, did you fall? Did you get into this? Call us. There is no fee for it. They will chase the ambulance and they will make you hurt even when you're not hurt. They'll send you to a doctor who will then say, yeah, you are not feeling good. And then the doctor makes the money, and then the attorney
you're
makes
like,
the money.
oh yes, I wasn't feeling
Yeah,
good.
exactly.
Yes.
So unfortunately, the system is messed up.
Yes.
In the litigation attorneys, if they don't win, they don't lose anything. If the law was that if you have a frivolous lawsuit and that you lose, you have to pay the other party also, things will change. But the politicians are attorneys are attorney, and this is messing up. And if you're an attorney, God bless you. Hopefully you're not in a place where you are telling people it's okay to sue other people.
That's right. But all that said, please talk to us before you go down that downward spiral, and we'll be happy to help you. We're here for you no matter where you are in the country, not necessarily if it can help us.
Right.
We want to be your resource.
And again, one last piece of advice, Pia, I give it to all the time. When you are fighting, be like Ramji and Bharatji. When Ramji said, here's my kingdom, Bharatji said, I don't want your kingdom. It will wait for you. The minute both parties decide that I don't want it, take whatever you want, life will become easy. It's amazing how husband-wife who've lived forever, all of a sudden they cannot get together, but now they'll fight each other to give them nothing, each other. They want to destroy. You know what? Here's what do you want? And give it and be happy with it. And the other spouse should be ready too, to say, fine, I got it too. So be that spouse. And I know it's easier said than done, but be that spouse where you say, I don't want anything. You want everything? Here. I don't want everything. And then start all over again. What's the big deal?
I think you gave a wonderful example, Ramji.
Ramji and Bharatji, I mean,
Yes.
what an example they've left for us.
Let's move to our next segment, which is, of course, you will be talking about the featured home listing.
Yes. So we have 2 featured homes. One's coming soon. It's going to be 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. It's got a beautiful addition. It's about 2,600 square feet in North Edison, and it's going to be listed at $850. The showings will happen on Monday. It's coming in. It's a beautiful house, updated kitchen, skylights, beautiful family room addition. It's a great home. It has a possibility of a bedroom on the first floor. So if you are looking for a home, give us a call. We'll be happy to help you. Then we also have 3843 Park Avenue in Edison. It's 5 bedrooms, 4 baths, and that's listed at 1.125. So if you're looking for this home or any other homes in Edison or anywhere, we travel to Middlesex County, Somerset County, Union County, and even Monmouth County and Mercer. So give us a call. We'll be happy to help you.
Right. And again, if you don't know Edison, if you're listening to us in New York, we are border of Islin, which a lot of people have heard of Islin. We are border of Metro Park train station. We are, Edison also has Menlo Park Mall in there. Edison has its own train station. Edison offers excellent school system.
Yes.
Edison is so central that all the highways, so many highways, not all the highways, so many highways connect with each other. Turnpike, Parkway, Route 1, Route 9, 287. I mean, they're all there to get easy access to wherever you want to go. So give us a call. And if you're thinking of selling your home, we're here to help you. If you're thinking of buying a commercial property, selling your commercial property, your best interest over ours, that's our promise. It will always will be. Honesty and integrity, that's our promise. It will always will be, never less, never more. And again, in many companies, you don't know how to reach the broker. You don't know how to reach the manager. I'm always there for you if you ever have an issue, anytime that we should have done better and you want to give that thought to us. It didn't serve you well for whatever reason. One of us went wrong in the office, call us and we'll be there to serve you.
And of course, I have to say that you guys give an amazing, it's like personalized service to everybody.
Yes,
Thank
we
you.
try.
And if you write to us or give us your thoughts on this program, we have the $25 Amazon gift card that we will be giving to people who do give us their feedback. So
One a week.
one a week, yes. So please make sure that you send us an email. I love him. He has like my little blanket. Wherever I pitfall, he quickly catches me.
And the email addresses are here for Pia and for both of us too. Yeah.
Absolutely. And we can lastly talk about quickly, actually, I want to talk about lesson number that is 15 today from your book, For It to Be, It's Up to Me.
And what's that lesson?
The lesson is do what you love what you do.
Do you think we love this show?
I love it.
Do you think we love real estate?
I love it.
But you can tell we love what we do also.
Yes.
So love what you do and do what you love. See, the thing is, we may not find what we love all the time. But once we find whatever, there's so much to love about it if you want to love about it. If you don't,
You'll definitely fall in love.
yeah.
Yes.
If you don't, you're miserable and you're making other people miserable. Might as well walk away from it. But if you're there, love what you're doing. You cannot be saying, oh, this customer this and this client this and all. Then get out of real estate or get out of sales if you cannot serve the client. Whatever you're doing, oh, this other customers come and we have closed the store and the food is, then you're not a good person in the restaurant. When you are in a restaurant, you become a servant of the people. You serve them food so well. In fact, in anything, you treat them as guests.
I
Serve
think even
them.
sometimes you fall in love without even, knowing that at first place that you would be like, oh, I don't like it. I don't want to do it. But as soon as you do it, when you do it, you really fall in love
Right,
with
but
it.
P, we have to take a step back. If you're about to go into something and say, I don't love it, I don't like it, don't even get into it. Imagine having a nurse or a doctor in the hospital who doesn't love what he or she does. You'll be miserable as a patient with this person. This person, I remember at this hospital, emergency. And I don't know who it was. Maybe it was me who was the patient. Actually, I was in the emergency at that time years ago. And here was this nurse. She was so upset that somebody took her soda from the refrigerator. Where's my soda? And she is fighting, and everybody is like, and this nurse guy, man, he went, got a soda and say, here, take it.
Wow.
People are in the emergency. They are crying, they're dying, and she is shouting about a missed soda can. You don't belong in that emergency. Get out of there. So I don't know if she's out of there or not. Whatever God.
Thank
bless
God
her.
you didn't go
You hope
back
she-
in. Thank God, but you didn't go back in
Yeah.
to see.
So God bless her.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is, gardening. I love gardening. But if you love gardening, then you love gardening. When I go to Home Depot, Costco, a nursery, even when we have 1 million plants, I still get 2 more. People hate me for more plants. But our office, if you come to a lobby, it's full of plants. You come to our home, it's nothing but plants. But you have to, if you love it, you love it. So either love gardening or don't do it. Don't, I have to water, I have to do, don't do it. Love what you do and do what you love. Anything in life, everything in life. And life will become beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then your
Now,
clients
it's not-
and your end user sees it too.
Yeah.
If you love what you do, the person you're serving sees it. They can
Your-
see right through your eyes and know.
Your plants see it. Talk to your plants when you're
Yeah.
watering them. Talk to your plants when you're putting soil in them. Your plants, actually, if you love them, they'll give you better yield of flowers and fruits. It's amazing, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Yeah.
I think I don't talk enough to my plants. I probably
I don't
do.
talk at all.
See, it used to be when you're talking to on your own, people thought you're crazy. Today, everybody has this thing, and they're walking in the park and they're talking, and you say, are they crazy or do they have? Are they
Exactly.
talking to somebody? So the world has changed. So when you're talking to your plants, nobody will know that you're crazy.
Absolutely.
So it's okay to talk to
It's
them.
okay. We know you're crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And I know I'm crazy,
There
and
you
I'm okay
go.
with it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I think today I got to know a lot about you. You said crazy,
Right.
but
I accept I'm crazy. I feel either do it completely or don't do it at all.
Yes.
So go for it. And that includes pursuit of God. You go for it 100%. Don't, I'll do this and this and this and this and this and this and everything. It just doesn't work. God says, even 2 are too many. 1 become, Prem gali itni sankari, yahan mein do na samaye. What that means is the path of love is so narrow, even two cannot be there. And then we have this, I have this, and then God. Even God doesn't like that. So with that,
I think exactly with that, we need to say thank you to both of you for, I would say, making me more knowledgeable about real estate and money matters.
it's
I
our
would say.
pleasure. It's our pleasure.
And we will
And life.
And life too. Yes. We'll be back again next week,
Absolutely.
same time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaskar.